before sharing others who have come through me. Just like my leader said, the first time I entered our office in Okpebi, I was like, could this be true? Honestly speaking, like I always tell people. But I came there because...
Can you help us speak up, man? Thank you.
Yeah. I said, like our leader said, the first time I entered our Okpebi office, I was like, could this be true? I asked a lot of questions. I was there because of my mom. She has both cataract and glaucoma. And this is someone that I knew what I went through at Lot Guinness Eye Center regarding treating these two eye issues. We did surgery for both cataract and glaucoma. Even with that, with all the 4 different types of eye drops on monthly basis, it still complaints after complaints until we came across phytoscience products. Glory be to God Almighty. Though when my mom started taking the phytoscience plant stem cell therapy, it didn't address the glaucoma and the cataract first. The first result we got was high blood pressure. Yes, it was high blood pressure, and that was not even what we targeted. But thank God today, the high blood pressure, the eyes problem, we give God the glory concerning them. Another great testimony that wowed me was a case in my children's school. One of the staff there at Mobi, she was diagnosed to have TB in the spine. As a result of that, she couldn't lift herself up. She had to be walking, bending for like 3 months. You know, from General Hospital, she was referred to Bobi. At Bobi, they said it's going to be surgery. They said they should go and bring 2.8 million. The husband was like, where will I get this? They were there doing various forms of chest here and there. After weeks, they said they don't think they can handle that case. She was referred to Lutz. At Lutz, she was on Lutz corridor for days. They said they didn't have bed space. Until someone, one of those taking care of her, called me that, Alaja, are you sure that's your phytoscience thing you are always talking about? Are you sure you can treat this thing? I said, why not give it a try? I've always been telling you, in as much as it has to do with our body, blood, cells, tissues, organs, just give it a try. Luckily, that same day, that was the day they told them that they cannot stay on the corridor at Lutz again, that they should go back home. They should come back in a few weeks' time or thereabout. That's how they started the phytoscience stem cell therapy. So God be the glory. God performed that surgery with our products without opening that woman up. After 7 days of being on intensive, because I must be honest, I had to double the dose for her. Because when they said surgery, and I know that when it has to do with serious situations like that, like cancer, kidney problems, and the rest, we were giving her Snowphylforte, 2 Snowphylforte, morning, afternoon, evening. The thing dissolved, though. Whatever it is they said they are going to do surgery for, in 7 days, Snowphylforte with our double stem cell. We didn't even have crystal cell at hand. She was taking only Snowphylforte and double stem cell. And the thing dissolved. This was all, at that time, she was being assisted everywhere. She couldn't get up on her own. In 5 days, in fact, that same day, after taking our products, about 3-4 hours after, you can see a sort of relief on her face. Even when the husband was saying someone had just asked them that they've called someone at last suit again, they should please go there. The woman was like, please, let me try this thing. I've taken the first dose in the last 3 hours and I'm feeling different already. The husband, this fear, I understand the fear of the husband. He was like, Elijah, if this woman should die, they wouldn't know that we are taking something as expensive as this. They will say that I kept her at home, I killed her, blah, blah, blah. I said, Daddy, keep calm now. Have faith. Let her go through this. To cut the long story short, that surgery was performed with our phytoscience plant stem cell products without opening the woman up. She's okay now. She's well and good. I'm sure she will still have time. We'll bring her to come and say it by herself. Another one has to do with...
Can you please name the product?
That's like the next big thing, because in the world today, the medical science, we cannot just downplay their contributions, but we found out that they only treat symptoms. But with phytoscience and stem cell, the treatment is from the cellular level and then and regenerative. So there is nothing like it. I was telling somebody yesterday that if there is a sickness a phytoscience product cannot cure, I think that sickness is the sickness that will take the person to the beyond. Because this particular product is what a lot of mankind has been waiting for. And then it is a kind of something that the world discovered, a kind of imaging the traditional medicine with science. And then we know that in the past, we get some medications from the herbs, the roots and the trees, but we do not know the dosage and the quantity we can take. But with phytoscience, it's a kind of bringing science to mate with the tradition and then give mankind that which they will need to help them. So I also encourage everybody, those who are new in this particular meeting, that this is not something you can just come and then go back and forget. When you key in and then become very active in this, you are not only helping yourself, you are also helping people around you. Wow. So another thing there is that with phytoscience, you are not only getting health, you are also getting wealth. And if you are healthy and you don't have your health, you are sick. Then if you are sick, you don't have financial financial capacity to help yourself, you are still sick. In other words, what phytoscience is giving mankind today is just health and wealth, a situation whereby you can live your life optimally and happy. Thank you so much.
Cancer, diabetes, heart disease, muscular degeneration, eye and joint health, you can just name it, etc. The key factor is that stem cells help to naturally regenerate organs, assisting them to function and as a result improve and support a healthy immune functions without a side effect experienced from conventional medicines. Stem cells add years to your life and life to your years.
I'm here to tell the story of how I got to phytoscience. I have a baby and a 9-year-old child, because it was 2 months ago. that had an issue with the heart. For 8 years, I've managed the heart with Zinat. These are antibiotics I buy 2,800. At least I must have 2 bottles at home in case of emergency. I don't bath him. I bath him once or twice a week, and it must be a serious hot water. I managed this for 8 years. He doesn't go out when it rains, when it's cold. When it's cold, he stays at home, off from school. Off from school. He wears cardigan, come rain, come shine. He must go out with at least 2 cardigans. Until I met this double stem cell, a lady showed me this. He can actually deal with every issue in his body. Then because of the Zinat he takes, his immune system was so low. That's what the doctor told us. And because he started having issues with the gum, he had holes in the teeth. 9 holes to be precise. I filled the first 3, filled the second 3, then the last 3. I got home that day and the gums were swollen with pulse. He couldn't play, he couldn't eat, he couldn't do anything. I started crying. And as I was crying, that voice told me to go back to that stem cell. I actually called the lady up and we administered stem cell to my baby. Just one single sachet. I gave him half under the tongue. I licked the remaining half. That was around 8 o'clock in the morning. At exactly 3 o'clock in the afternoon, my baby ran to me, shouting and pleading that the pulse, the pains, the swelling on the gums had disappeared. Lo and behold, there was no pain, no swelling. All the pains had gone. We continued giving him double stem cell for like 2.5 packs. Every issue about the gum disappeared. No more to take, no more pains. And after treating the gums, we were just there. But after some months, no cough, no cold, no catarrh. At a time we felt maybe the cough was turning to something else. But lo and behold, from that July till November, nothing happened. Then one day my baby entered the bathtub and bathed himself cold water for the first time in 8 years. After a serious bathtub of cold water, he ran out and shouted, "My mommy, I bath cold water." Immediately he shouted cold water. I said, "God, I'm in trouble." I started preparing myself for maybe a 1 week or 2 weeks admission because I knew it was going to tell on him. But I was monitoring my baby, nothing happened. Started playing, continued playing, and wow, is this real? Cold water and nothing happened, no complications. From that day till today, my baby started bathing cold water. We stopped using Zinat, no more hospital, no more Zinat, no more antibiotics. Started living a normal life, no pain, no cough till today. My baby has actually matured so much because Zinat actually dried him up. But he has matured, he has changed. When you see him, people that knew him will come to me and say, "Come, what did you do to this baby?" And I say, "Wow, he's God through stem cell." This is what we talk about. Phytoscience double stem cell can deal with any. You should remember, I only treated the toothache, not the heart. But after dealing with the toothache, the issue with the heart too disappeared. Today, I am a millionaire in phytoscience. Not just the money, but the value and the joy I bring back to families and people living with different type of ailments that refuse to go. When double stem cell comes in, every issue with the systems will be dealt with.